My name is Garrett. I'm a college ambassador. That basically means I'm a tour guide. My favorite thing about giving tours is definitely the people I give tours to. They can be like really fun, especially like if it's sunny. I don't know why, but people are just a lot happier when it's sunny. So like, they're fun to take around. It's fun to answer questions. If I get a really good group, they'll be laughing at all my corny jokes, so that's always nice. So definitely the people who I give tours to. Yeah, we usually start off with historical facts, like how we came to be as a university. So like we started actually in 1892 as the research institution for Scripps Institute of Oceanography down there. So now the #1 place in the world, or excuse me, in the nation to study oceanography. So that's pretty cool. So we started out as that. In 1960, the university was actually founded, and one of the major founders was Roger Revelle. So we named our first college after him, obviously, Revelle College. If you don't really know who he was a world famous chemist. And so he helped a lot with like the whole global warming, kind of like formulated a theory for that. He was also Al Gore's mentor, so a fun little fact. But then we actually started as an undergraduate institution in 1964. So we are a very young university, but we are both nationally and internationally recognized. So like we're the #1, like I said, place to study oceanography. We have the 3rd best theater and dance major. We're also the #1 surfing school in the nation, according to Sports Illustrated, so that's pretty cool. So we go up through the International Center, and on that way up to like Mandeville, you can see the blue fences. They're called the Running Violet Bee Forums, that's their official name. Better known on campus as giraffe catchers. So like those are right there, we talk about that a little bit. It's supposed to be about like how nature and artwork and like geometry can like kind of combine all into one element. So like that's why they're zigzagging patterns like that. The artist designed it like that to show that there is geometry and like mathematics within nature. So that was that. Okay, so it starts back, like we say, like way back when the university was young, there was an outbreak of giraffes from the San Diego Zoo. And they were like running through the campus and they were munching on those leaves, the eucalyptus leaves, and their teeth got stuck in the fences, and that's why they're called giraffe catchers. I say that every tour. There's always a couple people who believe me. And what else? Oh, we go to Snake Path, so down that way by the library. So we talk about that a little bit, how it's supposed to be like, it's based off Milton's Paradise Lost. So if you don't know what that is, it's like based off the biblical creation story. So like how like Adam and Eve fell from the Garden of Eden. So that's why there's that little kind of garden right there, you know? And so like, that's right there. And then it's supposed to be like a path of knowledge. So you start at the tail, you work all the way up, and the end is obviously Geisel Library. So you go out of the garden into a path of knowledge. So that was based off Milton's Paradise Lost. So that little book, that's like a big granite book of it also. It's the actual call number. Fun little facts. Activities I tell about on campus that get people popular or really excited are like the Watermelon Festival.
3, 2, 1!
The Watermelon Festival dates back to 1960. It was actually the first group of UCSD students who were taking a physics exam. The professor asked them what the terminal velocity and splatter radius of a watermelon was if it fell off the top of Urey Hall. So they all worked really hard, and they all got similar answers, but they all got it wrong. And so like they're like, no. Being UCSD students that we are, we're gonna test this to make sure it's right. So they actually took a watermelon to the top of Urey Hall, and they chucked it off. And they actually measured somehow the terminal velocity and splatter radius, and they proved the professor wrong. So we've had that Watermelon Festival ever since, because it's like a tradition to stick it to the man at UCSD, I guess. A watermelon queen is elected. And so the cool thing is, you can be a guy or a girl to be a watermelon queen. You retain the name either way. People also like to hear about the pumpkin drop, which is based off of the watermelon drop. That's a mirror program, and so Halloween week we take a 400-pound pumpkin, we carve it all out, put in like a bunch of candy, and take it to the tops of res halls. That's 11 stories. Chuck it off, makes the biggest, greatest candy explosion you'll ever see in your life. So that was pretty cool. My favorite place to show people is Sun God. My favorite thing to show someone is Sun God. So that was our very first piece of the Stewart Art Collection, done by Niki de Saint Phalle. So there's 2 other sun gods. Actually, that's a myth. Just to debunk, there used to be a myth that there was 2 other sun gods elsewhere, but there's only 1 other one. It's in Australia, so it's pretty cool. I always like to ask what they think it is, because like I hear the greatest answers. I've heard it's a chicken with its head on fire, I've heard it's a moose, I was giving tour to like first graders. And I don't know why I was giving a tour to first graders, because it's like, I ended the tour and it's like, okay, we'll see you in 10 years. But anyways, one kid came out to it and he was like all excited. It's like, oh, okay, what do you think it is? He's like, it's a Pokemon! Yeah, so we tell like this one legend, like Sun God is like based on like a structure like this, you know? So like if you walk underneath it backwards during finals week, apparently you're blessed by Sun God and you get in it. I say studying works better, personally. From personal experience, do that. I did walk through Sun God backwards on finals. It did not work. My job as a campus tour guide has actually helped my student life because for the most part, because I got priority registration, that was really nice. I came in with only 12 units, so it was hard for me to get the classes I wanted at the times I wanted, so when I got that, it actually helped out a lot. So I'm in my second year doing tours, and it's really fun. I love it. I suggest everyone go out, apply to be a tour guide. We need lots of them, so shameless plug.